So for those of you who don't know, I've always been a big fan of Harpies. I've never actually had the deck in hands and played it, but I've always liked the deck a lot, and played on Death Pro a lot. Haven't in a long time, but I used to a lot. So for this new card, it's a pretty nice new card, let me tell you. Now it's getting released in Cross Souls on May 15th, so it's only a few days away. And what this card is, it's Harpie Harpist. So if you don't know what it is, let's go over it. So first of all, its attribute Wind. It's a level 4. It's a winged beast, effect monster. It's got attack of 1700 and defense of 600. That's pretty good for a Harpie. And then its effect is this card's name becomes Harpie Lady while in the field or in the graveyard. Can only use these effects of Harpie Harpist once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can target one winged beast type monster you control other than this card, and one face-up monster your opponent controls return them to the hand. So another bouncing effect for Harpies to have, which they already have a few. So that's pretty good to have. Harpie Harpist, bounce effect, good. Secondary effect, which is a pretty good one that you don't have to rely on Hysteric Sign, is during the end phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add one level 4 winged beast type monster with 1500 attack or less from your deck to your hand. Now yes, it is sent, but still, it's not that hard to do. Magical Hats would send it to the graveyard. I'm pretty sure that's how the effect would work out. And this is just another thing to make Harpies boost up any more. Harpie back row is going to be crazy because with freaking Harpie's Hunting Ground, there's going to be no back row for your opponent ever. It's like one of the strongest decks right now. I feel like when it comes to destroying back row is Harpies, is because if you want to play MST, which not many people do because the 3 Harpie's Hunting Ground, you can destroy back row like no problem. And yes, it doesn't help if you have Bottomless and Soulless and stuff like that, but still the summons go through, so with all the bouncing effect and be able to summon again, back row is really going to be destroyed and it's going to rule. Now, it's not like this support is absolutely amazing to any degree. In fact, it's not great in the whole scheme of things, but if you combine the rest of the Harpie archetype and the support cards it already has along with Harpie Harpist, it makes a pretty damn good, you know, support card. The deck didn't really need much more anyways. It was a pretty solid deck as it is, but now this just adds a little bit more consistency of which was already there. Plus the first effect is a pretty good effect as it is too. So with the back row heavy format right now, which is pretty bad, and now this new support card, and with a lot of Harpies being relatively cheap besides Lightning Story, I don't know if that price went back down or not, is this going to be a very viable deck with this card? I don't think so as much. It's still going to be a great deck, but impact, I don't know. Can't really see the future, but what do you guys think down below? Do you think do you think Harpies have a future with this card? Do you think this will be some support that the deck needed? Do you think the deck will overload because it's so back row efficient now? This format is just set 10 next turn, even though you can only set 5. But so let me get down below what you guys think about this card. If Harpies needs more support to make it better, just let me know your comments down below. And I'd be happy to play this card and make a Harpie deck. So you know what? Stay tuned for a Harpie deck profile soon too. I'll see you later, guys. Peace.